What up, what up, what up, what is happening, good people? Welcome to this Relationship Friday edition of Herb and Two alongside Tucson. My name is Herb Howard. Every Thursday and Saturday, we are here hanging out with you wonderful people. Unless, of course, you happen to be an official dirtbag, then you are watching this live as we record it on Tuesday evening. If you'd like to become an official dirtbag, we encourage you to do so. Please go to patreon.com/Herb and Two and come hang out with us. Get us access to all the exclusive content, merch drops, all that kind of stuff. But either way, this is where we get together and talk about issues that currently impact the black community. We talk about how those issues impact us as individuals and also how they impact us as a collective. And along with your help, we talk through these issues in hopes of finding the optimum solutions for how we can overcome said issues. Again, overcome them as individuals, but perhaps more importantly, overcome them as a collective. Thank y'all so very, very much for choosing to be a part of this conversation. As always, your input is valued. It is certainly appreciated. Anything you want to ask in the conversation, feel free to do so. We will read through as many of your comments as possible. We would kindly request that you please take a quick second to share the broadcast, share it on your personal page, share it within your personal network, share it with anybody that you think would add value to or find value in this particular conversation. Again, this is Herb and Two. It is intellectual thuggery at its absolute finest. My name is Herb. His name is Two. Two. What's happening, good brother?
What's up, family? I'm blessed and highly favored, man. How you?
I'm straight in the park, man. Sitting here laughing at y'all before the cameras went live about these massage parlor stories that y'all was giving it up for, man. Between you and
he was all about
Stop
that.
pointing over here, man.
Oh, yeah, I said nobody from massage parlor.
He got round the show snitching. This is right. That's right over there. First thing he said on the show, snitch.
To them. They got us, boss. They got us.
They got us, boss. Come out. That's hilarious. Y'all funny with them stories, man. But no, I'm straight, man. Everything is everything, man. These weak ass Bears, bro. I think Justin Fields might be done here.
Should
be. He probably got some ligament damage in his thumb on his throwing hand.
He hurt?
Yeah, he dislocated his thumb in the game on Sunday. He left the game, had an X-ray which was negative. Didn't come back in the game. He has an MRI. He got an MRI that he did on Tuesday, and I don't know what the results are of that, but he's not likely to play on this week, and he's probably going to be out for at least a few weeks. And if he is, why I say that he might be done in terms of his tenure with the Bears is if he's gone for a significant amount of time. This is a critical season for him in terms of the Bears being able to evaluate him to decide whether or not he's their long-term answer at quarterback or not. There is a supposed generational quarterback coming out in the draft this year, and the Bears will probably have the top pick. They may have the top 2 picks the way it looks right now.
Right.
And if that's the case, I don't know how they could pass on the likes of Caleb Williams without having a full assessment of Justin Fields this year. So if he misses a significant amount of time, I think his tenure in Chicago may have been a failed one and done. I'll just say that I don't think he can play. I like Justin Fields. I think he got all the tools in the world. I think he's going to be a successful quarterback in this league at some point. Just don't know that's going to happen here anymore, and that's unfortunate because I like the shorty.
Well, I don't give a fuck about football.
Yeah.
So, but, it's not like I wasn't a fan. I just don't fuck with the racism in football no more. But my point is, ain't that the story of most Chicago sports, specifically the Bears? Like, there's a lot of players that play with the Bears go somewhere else and be great.
Bears never had a quarterback in my whole entire life.
Yeah, that's true. You young. They ain't never had a quarterback in my whole life. You right.
It's 40 years, nigga.
But they won the Super Bowl in my life. You was born?
I was born 2 months after they won the Super Bowl. So I'm 37. I was born 2 months after they won the Super Bowl. And they ain't never had...
And they didn't have a quarterback then, but they got there.
Jim McMahon wasn't really...
He wasn't that. He wasn't like that.
Yeah.
And you couldn't stay healthy.
Yeah, he couldn't stay healthy. Yeah. His career, detoured shortly thereafter. He wasn't elite anyway. He was a good leader. He could make some plays here and there. He was spunky and whatnot. But in terms of just having elite, sustained quarterback play, they never really had. The closest they came to was Jay Cutler, and he wasn't like that. He's just better than everybody else they had.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Justin Fields is that guy. Obviously, you disagree, but I don't think he's that guy.
Nah.
He got a lot of. He's an elite athlete, but in terms of like accuracy, decision making, throwing people open, not say he couldn't develop it, man.
Sure.
I don't see it from him.
I think he has all the arm talent in terms of the ability to make the throws.
Absolutely.
I think his accuracy, I think we've seen that on display. I think we've seen him make those type of throws. I agree he needs to be more consistent. My biggest issue with him in terms of being a passer is his inability to anticipate throws.
Yeah.
And that anticipation at this level was key. So you at Ohio State, where your team is better than everybody else's team.
And you're throwing the wide open.
Receivers open by 10 yards. Yeah. I don't need to anticipate shit. At this level, you got to anticipate when a dude is about to come open.
Right.
That window of opening in the NFL is this small versus when you're at Ohio State, it's as big as it can be. That being said, he ain't had that many good elite level receivers to play with, and also he ain't had that much good coaching. So I think that he ain't had the best chance. That being said, but either way, I think it might be done for him here, but I fuck with Justin. And I wish him the best, whether it's here or somewhere else, man. I like him as a person and as a player. So I wish him well, but it might be done for him here at the crib, man. Let me introduce.
Hey, real. Go ahead.
I mean, Real was giving good input on the Bears, but I didn't give him a proper introduction.
Y'all just been sitting here awkward as fuck. Man.
Like, who is Buddy at?
I'm just sitting here being quiet.
We don't really follow their rules, G. We don't give a fuck.
We've added a third host. Rel is in the building, man. Rel has a podcast, Chillin' 914, that he does. Make sure y'all get in tune with that. Check it out. But happy to have you here, man, on this relationship discussion. We're gonna get in your business a little bit.
As much as I allow.
As much as you allow, exactly. The official Dirtbags are here watching it live. Shout out to T. Renee, shout out to Maximilian, shout out to my OG. They all in the building, checking it out right now. But yeah, we talk about some relationship shit. We'll get into it, but just get the people a little bit about who Rel is and what you got going on, man.
Rel Allen, born and raised Southside Chicago.
What high school you go to?
Morgan Park.
You knew that was coming.
That's the key question.
That's a Chicago thing.
Yeah, Morgan Park. Shout out to the Mustangs. You know what I'm saying?
They beat the Broncos in football last weekend. I saw.
Yeah.
My son whooped their ass last week in basketball.
Man.
What you looking at me for?
Man.
Don't look me dead in my eyes.
Yeah, man, but just a regular average Chicago citizen, man. Fuck with a couple of podcasts. I got Channel 914, which is my own. And I do the Easily Offended podcast as well. I'm one of the co-hosts, along with my man L Boogie, my man Sean, my man Weezy Cage.
Shout out to them for sure.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Easily Offended. And definitely shout out to Channel 914. Again, make sure y'all get in tune with that.
Real quick.
On YouTube, by the way.
Put your channel
Channel 914 on YouTube. Subscribe.
Yeah, before we go any further, man, I got to shout out my kids real quick, man. My son been kicking ass on the court, and my daughter went to Kenwood Homecoming. Scared the shit out of me.
Get the strap. That's what as soon as I saw the picture, I'm like, get the strap, Joe.
Scared the shit out of me, man. Look like a young woman, you know what I mean?
She did.
But she put me on game too, though, right? She was like, Daddy, you imagine, she said, you realize I've given you more first than your son? And I was like, what are you talking about?
She wild as shit.
She's a dirtbag. She's definitely a dirtbag.
So bad.
She's petty as fuck, but I love it.
God.
But it's real, though, when you think about it, right? My son's never had a graduation. COVID stole his graduation, so the only graduation I've ever been to is my daughter's.
Damn.
Oh, damn. He ain't have no 8th grade graduation?
No, COVID took it. Right? So then, even though he's a student athlete, he don't do shit with the school. You know what I mean? He don't fuck with no homecoming thing.
Yeah.
He ain't going none of that shit.
Yeah.
She's doing all that shit. She was like, I'm giving you a real child experience. He's an asshole. I said I saluted, though.
I want him to come out his dirty J. Cole era.
No, he likes being a dirty J. Cole.
I hate his dirty J. Cole era.
And them little girls like it. He's dirty.
Them fucking locks.
I don't get it.
I'm going to cut his shit.
Nigga look like he ain't bathed in years.
It looks bad. I'm like, bruh, you a handsome nigga, G. And it's like...
And the little girls love it.
I'm liking his ass, too. I'm like, what the fuck?
Gee, you look like you live under a bridge. What's wrong?
If you gonna hide your locks and treat them motherfuckers, you got dreads.
And his sister do hair. He don't care.
This nigga has dreads like he's a bumbleclot Rastafari.
He gonna have one lock.
Shit look crazy as hell, man. God dang.
Yeah, shout out to them.
Shout out to both of them for doing their thing, man. I definitely wanted to grab the pistol immediately
J. Cole era.
when I saw Big Bang going to
it scared me, bro. I had high heels and shit. I was like, hey, man.
Oh, my God.
Hey, man.
How many bullets do I got in this box?
What they call that shit? Turn your phone shit on so I can know where you at all times. Whatever that shit's called. The tracker shit.
Yeah,
I had that
man.
on.
Share your location, shit.
Yeah, to share your tracker. Yeah,
y'all should already be doing that.
It's dangerous out here, man.
Even me as a grown ass man, I share my location.
But I always assume if somebody gonna fuck you up, they're not taking your phone with you. You know what I mean?
Nah, it's just like so you can like, all right, where was the nigga at when he went
missing?
Right. You know what I'm saying? Type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I use it for that kind of thing. But you just gotta just trust whoever you give it to and trust not to worry them. I don't give it to my mama. Shout out to my OG. Because she'll just tweak out all the time. Where is he at? She'll be like, baby, I saw you was on 43rd.
Monitor that shit out.
So I don't give it to her.
I saw you was at that massage parlor.
Well, she would expect me to be there. Right. She would. What's
the address I'm coming?
Tell me y'all. I said, hey. You already know.
Hey, did
you tell me you was my son?
Did he give you a discount?
Hey, man, we bees who we bees. E, what we talking about today, man? I'm sorry. I should be on top of this, but I'm not.
Yeah. Y'all was just letting y'all go off. I'm just letting.
Momager. Look at y'all. She look good, don't she?
Come on now. I don't being on camera.
Go flex for the camera. Go flex for the camera. You know what I'm saying? These ain't braids. These twists. Get it together.
Y'all gonna take me off camera again. I hate being on camera. Yeah. So I want to talk about since we got real on the show.
I share my location with you. You should share your location with me. I'm sorry. I saw a post a post on Instagram.
It's not at all.
I saw a post on Instagram that was like, when did it get to the point where you started to raise your parents? And I'm like, that is true. I'd be like, lady, no, you can't do that. No, sit down. No, that's a terrible idea. No, go to sleep. No, eat this. Don't eat that. Like,
that's real.
That's a fact. I don't like it either.
And definitely got to that point.
James Moore say, fine self. Ow!
Period.
Oh, shit.
Period.
Okay, look, let's get into it.
Is that Freaky James or the other James?
No, that's not Freaky James.
Okay.
$40 James?
That's not $40 James.
I ain't seen him in a minute.
Hold on, these niggas James. What the fuck? Freaky James, $40 James?
$40 James, the wild boy.
We got a eclectic
like
crowd, you know what I mean?
All right.
I like this new format. He on your heels, E. Let's go.
Look at E over there about to sit at the end. Look at
him. She over there blushing and shit.
Right.
Nah, I'll say something ignorant, but I ain't. I ain't got nothing to say. So I want to talk about, since we got real here and we always hearing y'all ignorant.
Whoa. That's crazy.
Y'all ignorant perspective.
It be your own people.
I thought I was smart.
On dating and stuff, and I hope you don't disappoint.
Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna be ignorant at all.
I hope you don't.
Not
Ignorant in a way.
He think ignorant is disagreeing with her.
Right.
Ignorant is saying that no man dates with intention. That's ignorant.
No, that's true.
It's been found out to be true.
Those sorts of things.
That's accurate.
But I want to talk about. I hate when you make me do this to her. But I'm not the setter-upper, so stop putting it.
The setter-upper.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about the video of the week, and then I want to talk about these different stupid terms in dating.
Okay.
And the perspective, y'all point of view on that, because two always got something to say about it being
stupid
and whitewashed is what you call it.
White people shit.
I dig it. Well, let's just dive right into it, man. Let's
Instead of having me say it.
Let's hop into it. I still don't have the video thing. I don't have the thing that you claimed you sent me 7 times.
So what's the whack ass dating terms?
Okay.
Is that the move? Are we going into the conversation about the dating terms? Or are we going into the
no? Let's hop into the video thing.
Men not intentional about dating.
No, we're not getting into that. That's
okay.
We always get into.
All right.
We might. I mean, it might come up.
Probably gonna come up.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to get into the video of the week.
And I also said you said it was the greatest lie I ever told. That was another. I've been thinking about that. I guess I'll go.
You got one?
Yeah. I say last women tell.
Perfectionist.
Both, either way.
Okay. There's a video of the week. A guy named Jamal Bryant.
That's the pastor, right?
I don't know who he is.
Yeah, he is a pastor.
With you. Mm-hmm. But he says men choose the convenient women. We're gonna play the video for y'all right now. Pia throw it in there, but basically, not even basically. I'll let the man speak for himself.
So did they become my girl for perfect attendance or physical connection?
I started
I'm sorry, wait.
Wait for perfect
And this is why we need a timestamp. Yeah, this is why we need that video. This is why I can't just
Did that
timestamp
nigga
live
say
in the
for
show.
perfect attention?
Psych!
Hey, I was dead. I know you was.
Started over, turn your camera,
All right, kids.
phone up or whatever.
All right.
Ask yourself, did they become my girl for perfect attendance? Or was it because of a connection? So I settled with who was consistent.
You hear that too. And I mean, you hear men take pride in that. Yeah, she was always there.
Yes.
That's what you'll hear all the time.
Yeah. But you were never emotionally there. Yeah, and so we a lot of times let our hearts settle where there is no expectation. So we love who questions us the least. We love who challenges us the least. We love who demands from us the least. Oh, that's a good girl right there.
He said, "Now that's bullshit."
Yeah,
You gotta
that's
whisper.
bullshit.
What say you, gentlemen?
Hey, first off, I hate the way that nigga talk. Like that nigga.
All that
Perfect
pasturing.
attendance. Like nigga, what the fuck? Like it's a Negro spiritual nigga. No man. No, I think everything he said was bullshit for the most part.
Okay.
Especially like you don't want to be challenged. Or like drama is what the fuck he say? What did he say?
He said we want drama free, and drama free looks like
no accountability. Yeah, I think that's bullshit. I think there's a very big difference between not wanting drama and not wanting to hold yourself accountable. You know
he
what I'm
make us
saying?
sound ignorant as fuck, like we can't distinguish drama from accountability.
Or we don't want to be challenged. You don't want nobody that's gonna speak up.
Yeah.
You basically want somebody that's gonna shut the fuck up and make me a sandwich. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
And he's saying that.
And some niggas may want that.
Make a sandwich. I for that. I for that for a long time.
Listen, so I think
Wait, he also said that men choose the women that have been there out of convenience. You basically get comfortable with the girl. You like, well, she always been there. So that doesn't necessarily mean that you hadn't been dating other women, but the girl that's always there in the wings ends up growing on you.
So I think that two things can be true, right? I think that one, we cannot like drama, right? I don't want drama for sure. But also, it ain't true that not wanting drama means I don't want accountability. I don't view all accountability as drama. Like sometimes you're like, yo, man, you said you want to accomplish this, that, and the third. You ain't really moving in that direction. You know, how can I help you get back on track? Or how can I hold you accountable for those things? That's not drama, right? Versus some drama shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not the same thing. And I think that he's shortchanging men to say that we can't distinguish between the two. Now, the earlier piece on we end up with whoever has perfect attendance, I think there's some validity to that motherfucker for sure. Like damn, she's still here, huh? I guess we go together. You know what I'm saying? Like it just that's just how it be. And I think it's kind of we said it'd probably come up, right? I think that's kind of like what we've been talking about in terms of this not intentionally dating. I'd love to hear your opinion on this, but me and Tu have been on record as saying we don't necessarily think that dudes date intentionally in terms of we walk out the door like I'm finna go find me a life partner today. Like we just be like, I'm just going outside, and you see somebody like, yo, shorty, cute as hell, and I would like to bone.
Yes.
And then you go there to start initiating the process to bone, and you're like, oh, she's smart, and she's funny, and she's cool, and she can cook, and she got
She know to shut up and make a sandwich.
or whatever the fuck, right? You find out that she has more things that you are attracted to, and then you do that for one date and another date and another date. You look up and you've been y'all been doing this for 6 months. Like, oh, goddamn.
Let's be clear. Intention don't have to start when you go into the party. Intention can start after you said, oh, she's nice looking, she's smart, I want a bone.
That's
and then you're
intentional. No, I want the bone when I saw her.
And then
bone
you put effort,
first.
like putting forth effort is like a part of intention.
Yeah, but see,
these become these white people definitions.
I think you're moving the goalposts.
Yeah, you're moving the goalposts.
You're moving the
It's not the
goalposts
same.
from what we've been talking about. So, like, we were talking about intention, like how women be like, I'm finna find me a man. It's like, we never say that.
Nah, niggas don't do that.
Y'all some dumbasses.
No, I agree. Dudes don't do that. But in terms of like just being with whoever.
He ready for you to go now. She brought you on here. Just She's like, I brought him on
Y'all
here just
cannot
to
say that dudes don't date with intention when people get on apps every day and go to
They are not
different
looking
places.
for their life partner.
Even
They're
on
looking
Christian
to
Mingle,
bond.
they're treating it
everybody
like
just looking to
Tinder.
fuck.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every nigga is just looking
Yes.
to fuck. That's the only reason. That's the sole
Yes.
purpose.
Yes.
Fucking idiots. And that's why y'all
Everything
stupid as hell.
after that is just
Fucking
by
dummies.
Christian
chance.
Mingle, they lied. They don't give a fuck about church.
So how do you end up married? And how do you?
I
that's
just
all-
told you.
There's intention in all of that.
No, it's listen. Sure,
Yeah.
But you're moving the goalposts now, though. E. We've been talking about intentional in terms on the front end. Now you're talking about intentional in terms of the middle point.
Throughout, yeah.
No, that's different. Of course, like once I'm in, sure. But we're talking about how y'all do. You be like, I'm finna find me a man this summer. We've never in life said no shit like that.
So what I will say in terms of intention is when you first, at least it's for me personally, like it's very easy for me to distinguish pretty much right off the bat who I would want to just have fun with,
Sure.
and who I would want I could see myself, I might be able to fuck with shorty.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I would say there's intention in terms of that.
Even that's after you didn't leave the crib with that, and you didn't even walk up to her with that.
I mean, yeah. Well, the initial is always based on physical attraction.
Yeah, I just
so
want to ball.
yeah, I'm trying
And
to
then
fuck.
like, oh, damn, she's smart and she's funny.
Yeah, but
Fuck.
you don't know that shit till after you
Right.
talk to her. You know what I'm saying?
When
You don't see her across the room like that bitch like she got a good personality. Joe.
I
Let me go.
think I married her.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right, of course. But when I think of like dating with intention, I don't necessarily, except for like apps and stuff like that, right? Then I would think some guys maybe get on there. You know, they have different options. Like, oh, I'm looking for something casual, looking for a serious relationship.
Just
like
different
they have,
fishing rods,
They
that's
have
it.
stuff like that or whatever. But when I think of intention, I think of it more so like once you've already determined something.
Oh, well,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Then I start to think of like intent.
For sure. I think at that point we all should be moving with intent. Like if I decided I actually like you and I think that this is worthy of building something, then yeah, we should be moving with intent.
I think
people get on them apps
moving the
like that.
goalposts of the entire conversation, though. I don't think that's what Jamal, is it Jamal Bryant?
Yeah, Jamal Bryant.
I don't think that was the conversation he was having. Well, he's like from North Carolina or something like that, right? I think
It said wanting the bone on site is wild.
I know Jamal Bryant from being one of the
No, it's
housewives of Potomac husband.
Oh,
Giselle
That's
Bryant
what it is.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Potomac
And-
where?
in Maryland.
Okay, maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But again, I think I think for guys, it's such a different thing. I think at different stages in our life, we approach relationships very differently, right? But I think the most, the active stages in our lives, let's say, 20 to 30, man, we don't give a fuck. So in that vein, I agree with most of the shit he's saying. We want ease, because I don't take none of this shit seriously. It's just about convenience in most instances, right? But I also think that when you engage in that way, the universe is sneaky, tricky motherfucker. The universe is dirty, right? So even when you engage like that, you're going to eventually pay for it. Yeah. You're going to eventually have to be accountable to the people that you've been least accountable to.
I was gonna lead me to that
It
great
just,
last story.
it just how it works, right? So, and again, I dislike these conversations.
Yeah.
Because men and women are innately different.
Sure.
Absolutely.
And we think we're supposed to act exactly the same. The shit ain't the same.
No,
Right.
not at
So
all.
when
We're not even
Candace
supposed to
says
be
one the
able to
bone off rip, yes. That's how y'all keep our attention. Other than that, we ain't really interested. Until we get to know you.
That's it.
You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
it.
There's a slight caveat to that. Like I feel like, because there'll be times where like, so you talk about like just straight off the rip, you see somebody and like you meet somebody and y'all initial interactions all based on like dating,
Sure.
right? But in terms of like you can be around somebody, let's just say somebody like a friend of a friend, somebody you work with.
Yeah, and they
somebody
slow grow on you.
Yeah, and it's just like you wasn't even really looking at them like that, and then you get to see their personality. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I see another side of this person, so now I may want to pursue something where before, like, the physical attraction wasn't there, but then, like, because you wasn't even paying attention.
For sure.
But then, like, okay, it's that, they're like, oh, what you mean?
I
Yeah,
think
she
that
actually
fits
kind of
in
decent.
To
you know
that
what I'm saying?
phase conversation as well, though.
Yeah.
And that maturation conversation. Like, if you don't hit my radar for wanting to nail, I don't give a fuck how smart you are. It sounds terrible, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Like, it's different shit that holds us together. It's different glues that make people stay. The very innate thing, you know, men and women are different, right? What they say, men fall in love with what they see, women fall in love with what they hear. We're visual creatures. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So the hear is somewhere down the line for us. Like, you know, you finally said some shit to hit me. But I've been looking at you for 2 years and I ain't seen shit. You know what I mean? It's very different. You know what I mean?
I ain't coming across the room if you don't. If you can't
get a rise out of me. You can't get a rise out of me.
You gotta get literally.
It just is what it is.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta give me a rouse first before oh, I'll never know that you're funny unless, like you say, unless we around each other or we work together or we go to school together or we in the same circle. Other than that, I will never know that you are a dope individual unless I think you are attractive.
Man,
call it what you want. It's true.
The dead prez rap where he was like, it's the bisex song. Y'all remember that?
Y'all remember that?
It's a line that he was like, he's going through all this shit of how you attractive mentally. And then there's one part of this shit, he's like, I ain't trying to say I don't want to fuck, because I do.
Exactly.
Be clear. You're here because I want to fuck. I appreciate all this other shit, but let's not lose sight of the goal. I want to fuck you.
Yeah.
I'll engage in all this other shit, but I want you to know I want to fuck you. If that part don't exist,
I just know from my personal experience.
Damn you, fan.
My personal experience, like I've found myself attracted to people later on that initially I didn't see
For sure.
anything. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
and that's
So-
maturity.
Nah, not even. I wouldn't even necessarily say it's maturity. I'm talking about like in the same age. Like 6 months ago, I wasn't even looking at you, and then like for whatever reason, I just see a motherfucker one day, and I'm like, oh, that's different. And then from that
You think
point
it's
on,
boredom?
nah, it
let's-
wasn't.
let's
Nah,
think through that.
it wasn't boredom. Not for me. Like
What
it's
was
just,
it?
I can't really explain. You know what I'm saying? I just know it has happened, and it's happened to me multiple times. So yeah, there's all very true that
Sure.
initially, most of the time, right, when you see somebody and you're like, this is based off that physical attraction.
Right.
So innately, yeah, that means I'm physically attracted. I want to fuck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, that's as humans, like that's our most like primal instincts
Yeah.
are to eat and to fuck,
That's it.
to procreate.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we're here for. We need to eat and fuck,
That's it.
essentially. But outside of that, like,
You imagine how simple life can be.
Feed me, fuck me, shut the fuck up.
I mean, yeah, those are very essential. But
The white man really fucked this up.
What? We don't need to conquer lands and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Fuck, all that greed.
Can we eat and bone?
And you
chill out?
really only eating so you have the energy to fuck. You
You know what I'm saying?
know what I'm saying? I mean, that's,
Who doesn't find that to be a phenomenal? Like, you haven't had like a weekend where you and your partner, all y'all do is be in the crib, y'all eat some food, y'all fuck, y'all watch some TV, y'all sleep, y'all eat some food, y'all fuck, y'all watch some TV, y'all sleep. That's a phenomenal fucking
it
weekend.
sounds amazing.
No, I don't like that weekend.
But you can't do
I ain't
that
never
for
like
the
that
rest of your
weekend like
life.
that.
You a fucking bug.
That's too much for me, G.
Hey, you a bug.
Again, I told y'all my whole history, right? I don't like you too much attention, G. I got to get away from people like that. I can't stand it. Back to the maturity thing, though. It's real, right? So I own that. Like I said, the person you the least accountable to, you end up being the most accountable to. I'm married to the least accountable woman. You know what I mean? Real it is that way. But I own all the responsibility of that.
Yeah.
Back to the unintentional shit. We laughing and joking, but I was so unintentional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was moving through the world, popular, having my way. It was just that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think that, like, to Rell's point about, I just think there are levels to attraction, right? So I think, again, we keeping it a buck on terms of that initial thing and how it most frequently happens.
Yeah.
And this physical attraction thing. But to the point of just being around somebody, they absolutely can grow on you, and there are other levels of attraction. I can absolutely become attracted to your intellect, to your work ethic, to the way you treat people, to your kindness, to your sense of humor. I can become attracted
Absolutely.
to all of those types, your style, your whatever the fuck, right? I can become attracted to those types of things, and that's happened to me before. Specifically, I remember working around a woman that looked different from most of the women on my resume, and so initially, you look different than most women on the resume. That's just what it was. But in being around her, it's cool as fuck, smart, funny, thoughtful, kind, caring, sweet. And but then you also get to pick up on little idiosyncrasies like, oh, I think she a freak too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like all that kind of shit like pop out. And then I start looking like, oh damn, she's actually fucking pretty. I didn't notice it because she didn't look like other women on my resume.
Right.
But no, she actually is fucking pretty. And next thing you know, y'all involved for a little while type shit. And so I think that can absolutely happen. But even that was very, very unintentional.
I will say that every like long-term relationship I've been in has been a situation where a motherfucker's grown on me. Like initially I wasn't even really on that, and then it just over time.
Students.
You said what now?
C students run the world.
He says he has a theory that C students run the world.
They do.
So if he think if they bone too good, he don't want them.
It's too much.
If
You too pretty? No.
I mean,
We can have hang out, but be with you? No, you gotta be a C.
I mean, that's kind of similar to the whole.
For real.
That's
Keep it
not the
real.
ever heard
Everybody
that
knows the truth. If you say it's different, you lie.
I definitely say that's just different.
Straight. If you too fine, there's something wrong with you. I mean, something else that don't. It's never balanced.
So this.
I mean, I would say the most out the really fine motherfuckers be crazy as shit. There's truth to that, but
it's balanced. GC students is balanced. That's all I'm saying.
But that's kind of true, especially to the point of like when I'm thinking from I guess my own point of view. When it's too hot and heavy in the beginning, that don't tend
That's
to.
love bombing.
Yeah, that is.
You can't sustain that. The slow burn is the best way. You start off hot and heavy, that shit crash.
Slow burn, man.
Some people are addicted to that thrill, that rush of that initial.
That dopamine.
Yeah, they love that, and they seek that, and they want that forever. I want to address Miss J's comment, and she says, "Damn. So when if dicks and vagina stop working, then what?" That is.
You've built something by then.
That is absolutely what happens when women do not hear men speak. Like that's what we're talking about. Y'all don't hear shit we be saying.
You did say initially.
Miss J, we did not say that at all. We said initially we wanted to bone her. And then we got attracted to her intellect, her sense of humor, her morals, her values, her family, like all that kind of stuff. So at that point, if the sex dies, there are other things to lean on.
I'm gonna rock with Miss J though, right? Because I think there's a cultural part of this that we don't give credence to, right? So I'm laughing and I'm joking and all that shit, but I'm married.
Right.
I've been in a long-term relationship for damn near 20 years at this point.
Right. And there's no way y'all still bone like y'all did 20 years ago.
We do some things, but it ain't like that. But my point is,
I didn't say y'all don't bone.
Now hear what I'm saying. But y'all making me lose my train of thought. My point is this though. Culturally, we live in a different world, right? I'm from a world where the expectation was a long-term situation. Eventually, some point in your life, you're gonna grow the fuck up and have something that lasts.
Sure.
I don't know if that's a concept today. I don't know if there's an expectation for something to last today.
Not the way it was.
Right. So every 4 months, every 6 months, every whatever the fuck time period is, you're moving to something new. And now when you're moving to something new, you know what I'm saying, that Aquafina is now dusty. You know what I'm saying? Your joint ain't pumping up like it used to pump up. And those become real conversations when you don't have a real connection and you out here fucking at 50.
Yeah.
Right? You've been drinking and smoking for 30 years because you living in the club because you still acting like,
right.
What I say, we're perpetual children in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? So she got some validity in that statement per the times, in my opinion.
Okay. I think there should be more to stand on outside of the sex, because I think naturally the sex will fade. Naturally that initial attraction, it's with everything. Like it's your car, it's your shoes. Who the fuck loves their car the same way they did the first day they got it?
Nobody.
You know, you have a different relationship to it. You appreciate it more. We've gone through some shit. That road trip that we went on, the disc you got me through, that one time we broke down on the highway, we had to fight and push through. Whatever the fuck it was, we have a different relationship. We have more shit invested in it. But that feeling I had driving you off the lot, no fucking way do you still have that when you had this fucking car for 10 years.
But I think we could use the same analogy. In most instances, cars are just utility. We're just using it to get to where we got to go. But there's a different relationship when you have a car that you care about, like a classic or something you've invested in or something you've built. There's a very different relationship with that kind of a car.
Those other things come in.
So I'm saying culturally, most of us use relationship as utility today. There is no real investment. There is no, I'm not building this. It's a different concept.
Getting what you can get out of it.
You get what you can get out of it, and then you move the fuck on.
Which is why if two people are dated, if you are like intentionally dating or not, whatever, once you all decide we're going to date or whatever like that, if y'all are really investing into that person, that moment, that, instance, it'll all be for a better purpose versus just kind of doing some shit. Because if let's say if I'm dating 3 different dudes and those 3 different dudes each dating, 5 different girls, and you just kind of doing some shit just for the sake of doing some shit, nobody's ever going to make it anywhere. You know what I mean? We're never going to make it anywhere. We just going to be moving on to the next, jumping back and forth, hot and cold with this person. You know what I mean? It's never going to be right.
I mean, we live in an age, especially with social media, where like everybody feels like they have unlimited options. So
I was going to ask that too.
Yeah, so nobody really feels like they necessarily have to deal with anything or really have to like invest or like compromise in certain instances, even though everybody feels like they can and they feel like they want other people to compromise with them. Everybody's not always willing to like compromise themselves in that way. Like I always like, because for these dating, relationship, men, women conversations, I really don't try to like speak too much in general when it comes to that, because it's really based on personal experience.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody's situation is different. No 2 women that I've ever been with, from dating or even just fuck, has been the same. You know what I'm saying? For what turns them on, like how they do it, like what they had, like none of them have been the same.
I think they all the same with different faces, cause I don't know.
Oh no, it's all been. But I've always been the type that's like, and I didn't even realize this about myself until I became older. Like, yeah, I can be physical all day, but it's always been better for me if I felt something outside of just how I like the motherfucker physically.
I act like that too,
You know what I'm saying?
but the argument I'm making is that you're not different, right? And I think we attract what we attract, right?
Yeah.
So I think we like to think they different, but I don't know if that, again, it's your experience. Right. But I also think that I don't think we that deep, G. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think it's a bunch of shallow houses out this motherfucker. You know what I mean?
I got a question though. You mentioned the men and women, these relationship conversations that happen.
Yeah.
And I did want to ask, do you feel like that influences or has influenced your dating experiences as of late?
No, absolutely
no.
Not. I don't pay attention to that shit.
Like, but I wonder, do people really bring this stuff up? Because, we find ourselves in different conversations with men and women are in the building outside of a podcast. I mean, just in general, we have these questions. So I wonder if.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'll watch it unfold like on social media, for me it always. So I always talk about this like whenever like a Sierra and Future conversation comes up, right? You know what I'm saying? I look at people that see themselves in their situation.
Cause you ain't.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like either you was a Future and you had a good woman and she got away and now she done found her a Russell Wilson. And you know what I'm saying? And you mad because that was your bitch and you never thought she was gonna leave. And then she fucked around and left your ass. And now she got this what seems to be a very happy life. You know what I'm saying? With the good husband. You know what I'm saying? Good looking, God loving, good job, got money. You know what I'm saying? Or you are a Sierra and you've had a Future. You might still be dealing with a Future. You know what I'm saying? And then drug your ass through the mud and you waiting on your Russell Wilson.
Or you let Russ go.
Or you let Russ go for a Future. You know what I'm saying? And you mad as hell because you live in this life that you don't think you're supposed to be living. And both of them motherfuckers is bickering with each other online, talking about people that they will never meet, don't know anything about for real in real life outside of what they see. And I feel like that's really what happens in all of these conversations. Well, I shouldn't say all, but a lot of these people are really just bringing their own experiences and speaking to it like this is what happens for everybody out here. You know what I'm saying? Just really making generalizations about things that can't necessarily be generalized. Like everybody's human experience is different.
So I'm definitely making generalizations in this conversation. Let me be very clear. I'm 100% making generalizations in this conversation, and I'm sure there are exceptions to this rule. But as per every exception to the rule is the rule for a reason.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that the rule is niggas don't date intentionally. That's the rule. Now, can you find me an exception to that rule? I'm sure you could.
Yeah.
But the overwhelming majority of men are not like I'm looking for my life partner in this season. I don't think that happens.
But I want to challenge Rell's statement too, though, right? I think the Sierra, Jay-Z, again, we don't know those people.
Those are individual stories.
Yeah,
that could be exceptions to rule.
But what I want to say is this. Going back to the shallow Hal concept, I don't think we that fucking deep. The only difference between them people is money, right? But the very essence of relating is spiritual. Sure. But I don't think we look at relating as a spiritual entity.
Sure.
I think we look at it as a thing to do. It's utility.
So you saying that shorty that was popping on top of the Chevy Chevelle was probably more aligned with the nigga that was hustling on the block than the nigga that was praying in the church?
I'm saying them same stories exist on 43rd. Them same stories exist on 67th. Them same stories exist on 127th.
Sure, but are you following what I'm saying?
Not necessarily.
So you got Sierra twerking on top of the Chevy, right? You got Future hustling on the back block, and then you got Russell doing whatever the fuck Russell was doing, playing football and going to church.
Opposites attract all, and it's just how the universe works.
Cool.
So I have another question for y'all following that video. And Candace said earlier that she late, but she don't know that Jamal Bryant is anyone to follow. His record is raggedy, which it is. But I think that kind of further.
Be raggedy.
Yeah, I think
the territory.
That's what they do. They be
his
raggedy.
record being raggedy, kind of furthers his point actually. But I wanted to ask. He talked about being challenged by women. Would y'all say that? Honestly, like for real, do you want to be challenged by a woman? Because I can see how someone constantly kind of being on you about something, whether they're doing it in a subtle way or just like a very direct way, might feel a little annoying. It might feel like pressure, or it might feel like
growth is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and so as dudes, most dudes grow up in some form or another playing some sports or some shit. You get coaches that's going to make you be uncomfortable. They're going to force you into uncomfortable spaces so that you can then grow from that. Mm-hmm. Do I like this motherfucker at the time? No, coach. Fuck you, right? But if I respect you enough and I trust you enough that I truly believe you're trying to get me to be the best version of myself, then I will get in line. I will do the work. That trust piece is huge.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's always there.
I feel like kind of what you described, there's a difference between challenging and nagging. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be fucking nagged, but I don't want nobody, because if somebody's just going to let me walk all over them, eventually I'm going to go to resent you. You know what I'm saying? Because there will be no respect there. But like, as you said, that respect and that trust is essential if you are going to let somebody challenge you. You know what I'm saying? Because how are you going to challenge me when I don't respect you? So anything you say is invalid. So in terms of like from a partner, I would have to be with somebody. I can't be with somebody that's not going to challenge me, that I can't respect in that way. Because it's like, I don't know everything, right? And that's the thing. I had this conversation, man, with one of the guys on the pod actually a while back. And we had this conversation about in a marriage, in a relationship, who has the final say. And his stance was one person in the relationship always has to have the final say.
That's crazy.
That's my point, because like, so we come together like, so where you weak, I'm strong.
Just like
He's an asshole. I'm listening. That's all I'm doing.
Well, no, but
that's crazy.
Where I am weak, my partner should be strong, right?
Sure.
So let's just say it's certain things, like it comes to a point where something, we got to make a decision on something where my partner has more knowledge, is better at whatever, is more qualified to make this decision.
Then she should make it.
She should make it. And it's not going to make me feel like less of a man. I ain't got to stick my chest out because I'm the nigga. I got to make the final decision.
In fact, thank you, babe, because I didn't know what the fuck to do right now.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But I got to respect you. I got to value your opinion in order to do that. I can't think you a fucking idiot because I'm not going to honor anything you say. Even if you may be right, I'm not going to think you right. And I can never be in a situation like that. So in terms of like, you want somebody that's not going to challenge you, yeah, I want to be challenged in that way. That's the only way it's going to work for me. You know what I'm saying? But if you just like constantly nagging me about some shit, like,
confused challenger were coming through the door like,
yeah.
I was just challenging you. You get on my fucking nerves. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck, nigga? I just came in the door. You know what I'm saying? Where my sandwich at, bitch? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, the way Rell go from here to there is wild as hell. That nigga's a Tesla. He come in on his shot. Shot. Bitch,
It is no warm-up. Hey, man. I think Herb makes a valid point, though, in the context of when he says you got to trust, right? I'm a firm believer that the woman you choose, like for life, is going to either build you or break you. It's just the reality of the
Solid
situation.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Nah, it's real shit.
Yeah,
that is. That's real shit for real.
It builds you or breaks you, right? But I also think, again, back to me saying we very shallow people, man. I don't think we create our own relationship narratives. So oftentimes when them challenges come, they come from a space of meeting the social standard. And if I'm not interested in the social standard, man, fuck that challenge. Right? And we see it differently, right? Therein lies the problem, right? That's where all the breakdown breaks down. You know what I mean? Because we're not operating in the spiritual context, right? I was listening to Minister Farrakhan years ago, and he was talking about when he first got married to his wife. And he was like, he was a young minister in the nation, but he was Minister Farrakhan, like he was on the rise for sure. They got their first little crib and shit. She was like, man,
you know who next in the nation?
We should get a credit card and get this kind of furniture and get this kind of furniture and get this kind of. And Farrakhan was like, hell no, right? Because you're not going to put me in debt to appease you, right? We here because we here. We ain't here because of the kind of furniture that's in our house. That's not the common woman. You understand what I'm saying? But she was committed to Farrakhan, not the kind of house that Farrakhan could provide. Even the concept of how we think about the social narratives, right? What's a man's job? Protect and provide. Well, that means that I can take care of you at some level. It don't mean I can take care of you at the level of whatever you deem as the standard. But I might actually be the best man for you.
It's different.
You know what I mean? But again, how are we relating? Are we relating or are we operating within the social norms? Because there's differences.
So I have another question then. You talked about, and this ties a little bit into, I guess, the intentional conversation as well. Do you think a man who is going through any type of depression, right, any type of rut, any type of, whatever uncertainty in his life should be even putting himself on the market to date?
For anybody answers that. Do you think any woman in that situation should do the same?
No.
Yeah, I don't think nobody should. I think people should. Now, could it happen? Like you was going about your business, could you stumble upon a partner who's suited for you in this season that can potentially help you grow through it? Sure. But should you just be out here actively pursuing motherfuckers and putting up ads on dating sites while you are, looking to find yourself and get on solid ground? No, I personally think you got more important shit to do.
Right.
What percentage of our community y'all think goes undiagnosed with mental illness?
100?
99.9999.
Right. I asked that on purpose.
I mean, honestly, it's funny that you say that. You know what I'm saying? Because like, when I was looking for a therapist, man, I specifically wanted to find somebody that was black because there is a trauma that we have as black people that other races can't relate to. So there's a layer that anybody that's not black wouldn't be able to understand and penetrate within me because they have no idea that the trauma that we go out that's really innate within us that we don't all the time don't even recognize. Just every day we walk out the door living in this world that we got to live in, that we got to navigate through.
Right.
There's a black experience that we have to share that nobody else can relate to outside of us. You know what I'm saying? So in terms of like how many people in terms of black people, undiagnosed mental illness, man, that number got to be high as fuck. Got to be. You know what I'm saying? Because we all deal with things and we don't necessarily always have the tools or given the tools to deal with that shit because most of us live in survival mode.
Yeah. So
we just concentrate on like shit, trying to get by.
100%. Let's move along a little bit in terms of this idea of this intentionality with which we date and when we decide to pursue further or step deeper into those waters. Let me ask y'all fellas this, man. The first time you enter a woman's home, her domicile, what type of things were y'all looking for? Like, and I know too, you got to think back on this one. But what type of things were you looking for?
Medicine cabinet. And
Penicillin.
And Google.
Off the rip.
I know Google
What is triacetyline? Off the rip.
Do you go in the medicine cabinet on purpose? Like,
Yeah.
It treats immune deficiencies.
Hey, yes, I used to.
Yeah.
You know, but I also didn't go in a lot of women's houses though. Like that was never my move like that.
I've been in a lot of bitches' houses.
So what you look for?
Tesla. 0 to 70. Now.
Honestly, like I've never gone in intentionally like had a plan. Like I gotta go look at this. But I do like if your bathroom nasty, especially like if this my first time coming here, and you knew I was coming. You had time to prepare.
Oh, she wants you to get this raw and uncut, baby.
Right. And I come in here and your bathroom is nasty. It's just like that's weird to me. I just feel like, damn, G, like what happened? You know what I'm saying? I would clean my bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't you do this? You know what I mean? Like, well, you just wanted me to see. I don't understand that.
That was a real dirtbag. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Just the medicine cabinet. You clean? That's clean enough.
Yeah. but it's definitely been times where I didn't been in the motherfucker.
He's a wild nigga.
Yeah. I went to people's crib before, and it was just like, nah, just based off the crib, like I ain't never coming back here. You will never see me
After
again.
you smashed or?
Yes.
So you still
all my clothes on and shit just
this nigga P.I. is over there testifying. Yes!
I still got my hat and coat on and shit.
Won't he do it?
I'm thinking you about to say like you changed your mind, like never mind. No, you like I'm still gonna do
I
this.
completed the mission.
Got to see it through, my boy.
The carpet too dirty. You drop your pants all the way. You keep your pants at your knees. You don't want your pants on the carpet floor.
Oh yeah,
Balled up at your ankles and shit.
It's definitely some bathroom kitchen shit for me, right? Because for me, you talk about, and again, if you want to talk about intentionality, fine, let's talk about it, right?
Okay.
Let's talk about this intentionality piece, right? If I'm coming over here to beat the potential, and we think about the potential to move forward. This kitchen is crazy. This bathroom is disgusting. I don't know how people can get clean in a dirty bathroom. It's nasty in here. Don't like it. Shit is whack. Like, no. Furthermore,
What if they think of
how the fuck you gonna help me keep a clean kitchen? If your shit is,
how you gonna make my sandwich?
she gonna take a dirty ass butter knife and wipe it on her pan leg and just
mildew in the air.
Yeah, she's no.
Now, in all fairness, that I've never really been dirty, but there have been times in my life where I was junky. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I would at least.
Me too.
But if I, especially if a motherfucker comes to my crib for the first time, I'm at least like I'm gonna take this pile of clothes that's in my room
in the closet
and throw that shit in my daughter's room and close the door because we ain't never going in there. You know what I'm saying? And she went at mama's house tonight. You know what I'm saying? So I could do shit like that, or I'm at least make sure I'm like, even if I hadn't washed dishes in a week and a half, I'm gonna wash the motherfuckers tonight. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. It's just
that's why I need to know you wash yours, so when you come over here, you can do my wood joints.
So it's like, yeah. So it would be shit like that, bro. Like if the first time I come over there and the house is dirty, it's just like, nah.
So I can be very messy too. It tends to be piles of clothes.
Yeah.
In places in my room, and it'd be like. But I ain't like no fucking food or plates and utensils in my fucking room. That's disgusting.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
the motherfucker got dirty plates and shit on the floor.
That's tomfoolery. Like every hoodie I wore this week is probably stacked over there on that stand. But like,
y'all deal with women who got plates of food in their room?
Hey, bro, I done see some wild shit out here, boy.
No, it's been a long time. I've seen such a thing.
It's definitely been a minute. But I'm
Look at
talking.
Ron like, yeah, last night.
Ron seen
Ron over there like,
Ron seen it for sure.
Oh yeah, no, because I'm
behind the green door is crazy.
I'm 41 years old, so yeah, a lot of those days are like.
Yeah, no, that's some old shit,
you know
man.
What I'm saying? Yeah, but I definitely through my life experience. Oh yeah, no, I didn't see some wild shit.
Nah, but that's how you come to know what you like and what you appreciate. So now it's
Absolutely.
like, nah, my partner do laundry 7 times a fucking week. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, how can you possibly still have shit to watch?
Give her an award.
No, she's crazy. It's not an award. Something's wrong with her. I tell her all the time, like, why? What are you watching? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how is it possible that you still have shit to watch?
Washing and folding?
Oh.
And putting it away?
Can't wait to fold and put it away.
Every day for 7 days.
It's nuts. I take off some shit. You want me to watch that? You gonna watch one wife beater? Like, knock it off. No. But crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
I don't know, man.
I know I do. I definitely look at guys' cribs. I definitely do.
And what you be looking for? Same shit?
Look around the toilet, like in the toilet, the sink,
in the toilet,
tub, type shit. I don't really look at the junk, like the clothes and stuff, because everybody always have clothes, but just like overall cleanliness. I'd be impressed.
The status is different though. Mm-hmm. In general, like even like Real said, I'm a beat first, then I'm make another decision, right? I'm saying that on purpose, right? Because there's a different, in my personal opinion, there's a different expectation always on the man. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So hence, you gonna clean up because she's over here because you got to project a certain kind of way. They know we still gonna beat. Our goal ain't really to see your kitchen, right? It's to see that box, and we're going to beat. You know what I mean? So
sure, but if we're going past box,
right,
the kitchen comes into.
So then that's the next level, basically.
But that goes back to the statement that Herb said, right? Like the intention, now that I like you is different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But most people's intention ain't to find out if they like you.
Yeah, half time they might not even see your crib yet.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Just been at their crib, period.
Yeah, at that point in my life, we could have beat whoever the hell we was at. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't that deep. But you know, if it's gonna get that deep, then yeah, some of those things absolutely matter. But it goes. Remember we was talking about how like we don't even want women to do certain shit for us unless we know we like them.
Yeah.
So this idea of you coming to my crib to clean up or cook some shit, knock it the fuck off. But if we are gonna get serious, then yeah, I absolutely appreciate you gonna come over here. Oh, let me knock out these dishes, or let me whatever the fuck. Let me make up your bed, or let me fold up these clothes. Let me wash it. Cool. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the fuck out of that. I came home recently and like, oh, that's fucking dope. I appreciate the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
Thank you for fucking doing that. You know what I'm saying? But if I didn't see that at your own crib, I would have never thought you could do it at my fucking crib, so we would have never even got here.
Can't argue with that logic.
Yeah, you know what I mean? There's levels to this shit. Women be lying all the time, E. Why? What y'all be lying about?
What?
We need some of the lies that women tell. We're gonna give you I'm gonna give you one and we'll see if Rel and Two got some of their bigger lies they've ever told they want to share. But what you got something you want to share? Because women be lying.
I don't really lie though, that's the thing. I used to know. Listen, I was a liar. Listen, I was a huge liar when I was a kid.
A kid?
A huge liar. So much so.
She's implying this is like she was 10.
Right. No, I was 10.
Whether or not she turned her nightlight off and went to bed immediately.
I used to lie about all type of shit when I was a kid. I was a.
No, we talking about as a woman.
So much so that I don't lie anymore. Come on now, y'all know I don't lie.
You don't lie to me because what the fuck you lie to me for?
What am I gonna lie about?
I don't know. We don't have a lying relationship. There's no need to lie to me.
I can't think of a lie right now, but.
You always lie to your significant other and a police.
I don't lie to
That's all I've ever said. That's all you say. Like, man,
the most thing I probably would have. Okay, here's something I probably would lie about or been deceitful about. If me going off on because my reaction has been a problem in the past. Like I react to things like that, so I might snap just on GP, and I might try to wind that back and try to finagle it and switch it around and act like I was mad about something else. So like that's not how I meant it or whatever like that, because I'm trying to clean my shit up. But just like a flat out lie, I was here
on the front end.
Yeah, like I was here and I was saying I was there then.
Nah, that ain't your MO.
Now I didn't omitted information. It ain't necessarily because it ain't your business.
A lie about omission.
Like if I'm dating somebody,
sure,
and I'm with another guy or something like that, and they calling or something like that, but I'm not necessarily picking up the phone and saying, oh, I gotta call you back because I'm at such and such house.
Right.
I just don't answer the phone. Maybe I just go around a question or whatever like that because it's not your business and you're not my man.
I can dig that. Yeah. So people say like, women, men lie the most, women tell the biggest lies.
And I
think Chris Rock said that.
And I used to
men lie the most, women tell the biggest lies.
But you know what? I used to tell the truth too much. I used to give too much information.
That's the thing.
I used to do that. Like, I used to, be too honest and forthcoming. So then I think a man would know, kind of like, not like I got you, but kind of like, she ain't doing shit. Because when I was, you know what I mean? So now I might lie about doing some shit that I really ain't doing. Maybe that's what I lie about. I'm on a date or I went to the movies, but really I
really wasn't doing that
on the couch.
I can dig that, man. To
lie and act like you're doing something.
To the point that P was making a minute ago.
I'm gonna do that.
About you lying to your partner, the police. I say that all the time. Like, only person I lied to was my wife and the police.
Right.
Like, who the fuck else? There's nobody else's consequence that I fear. So what I'm lying to you about? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And now I've gotten even beyond that to where it's not even like I don't lie to my partner either. Like, what the fuck because we got to deal with who the fuck I actually am, or we need not deal at all. So I don't even lie to them. So now it's just only the police now, and I'm not even an illegal nigga no more, except for some shit. But lying. I think I've outgrown lying to people.
Do you think women should lie about what they doing, or should women not make themselves so available to men when they first dating?
I don't think you have to lie to not necessarily make yourself available.
Yeah, if it's that early, I don't need to tell you shit. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
But not just telling, but just being available.
I mean, if you want to make yourself available, then make yourself available. But if you want to space it out, then you ain't got to lie about that shit. Just
why you got to play the game in general?
I don't know. I don't think you should, but I feel like a lot of what I'm seeing or hearing in the dating world is that you got to play reindeer games.
Motherfuckers be trying to keep
play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yeah. Motherfuckers be trying to keep as many options on the table as they can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm gonna string you along long enough until I want to decide which way I'm going.
That's breadcrumbing.
That's breadcrumbing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's one of the new terms.
Yeah. What's some of these other terms, dude?
Who hate it?
This is white people shit. Also, y'all mature motherfuckers just said where y'all are now. The question was, what is the most elaborate lie you've ever told?
Oh, I didn't get to that. I'm happy to tell you. Go ahead, bro. What's up?
No, I
got the lie right now.
No, real shit. Like I'm a terrible liar, so I don't really have a great lie that I've told. Cause really, pretty much G, if you got me, you got me. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna just, fuck it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
What we doing?
Yeah.
We gotta go. We gotta go, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to this Relationship Friday edition of Herb and 2. Shout out to all you official dirtbags who checked in live when we recorded it on Tuesday. Your input was valued. It was appreciated. All the things y'all dropped into the show. Shout out to the editing that has happened on this episode of this show because my oh my, were there some things said that need not go out into the universe in perpetuity. You know what I mean? If you want to hear those things, sign up to the Patreon because 2 is a wild boy.
I'm telling other people first. It was not. I'm third person.
2 is a wild boy. Nah, but in all seriousness, man, there was a lot. Probably half of this show is not. It can't be. It cannot live on forever. Either way, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, man. Shout out to Rell for following through. Rell, we appreciate you, good brother.
Appreciate you for having me, man.
Let people know where they can keep up with you at, what you got going on, everything else that might be relevant or pertinent.
I see what you did there with the relevant. I don't know if you meant to do that, but that was nice. So I'm on IG, Rell the Producer 914, also 914 Media Group, both on IG, Channel 914 on YouTube. Also, Easily Offended Podcast is on YouTube. And we also have the website, eoppodcast.com. Once again, that's eoppodcast.com. Check that out, man. Like, subscribe, share, tell your mama about it, all that shit.
Keep doing your thing, my brother. Again, we appreciate you taking the time to come through and chop it up with us. We'll be back for another edition of Herb and 2. Huge shout out to the team. We got the dopest producer in the podcast business. Her name is Erica Ford Oliver. We like to call her E4O. All these videos come together and look the way they do because of the one and only P.I. He's an absolute idiot, but we love him nonetheless. Ron is the person that we pick on because he's just Ron. But we love him nonetheless, man. We got a slide for 2. My name is Herb. Y'all be good to each other. Peace.
Assalamu alaikum.
Peace out.